Pain does not come to destroy you. It comes to reveal what you could not see.
Welcome to EchoReads. This is The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran. Chapter 16 on Pain.
Welcome back. Today we're going into something that, well, it touches every single one of us. Profound pain. And we're not just talking about a bad day. We mean like deep foundational friction that makes you question everything.
Yeah, and our first instinct almost always is to just push it away, to see it as this enemy that's come to ruin things.
Yeah.
But the whole perspective we're exploring today, it flips that completely.
And that's the core idea right there, that pain isn't here to destroy you, it's here to reveal something.
Something that was hidden inside you all along.
So if we're feeling this breaking, this shattering, the question becomes, what's actually being broken?
And for what purpose?
Huh.
If we can get our heads around that, it changes everything.
It seems to move us away from just, surviving it.
Exactly. It's about understanding its function. Because if it has a function, maybe we can stop fighting the process so hard.
Viewing it less as an attack and more as a catalyst.
A necessary shock to the system. The thing that forces growth.
Okay, so let's start with that central image. The idea of the breaking. We're told that your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding.
That word shell. It's perfect, isn't it? We build these things around ourselves.
To keep us safe, our beliefs, our routines.
And they work for a time. But what starts as protection can become a prison. It limits what you can see, what you can feel.
So the pain is the force that comes along and just shatters that shell.
It proves the shell was only ever a container. It was never you.
I see.
And there's this other parallel image that's just beautiful. The fruit stone.
Oh.
Think about a peach pit. It's incredibly hard, right? Almost impossible to break.
Yeah.
But inside is the seed, the potential. And that stone must break so that its heart can stand in the sun.
So the breaking isn't an attack on the heart of the thing.
No, not at all. It's an attack on the enclosure, on the thing that's blocking the light.
It's focused on the limitation.
Absolutely. The whole point is to break what is old inside you, what's become too rigid.
So that something new can grow.
Something wiser. You can't fit a bigger understanding into a small old box. The box has to be broken first.
It sounds so intentional, not random at all.
And that's where this link between pain and joy comes in. It's a really challenging idea.
Go on.
The thought is, if we could just hold on to a sense of wonder at the daily miracles of life.
The small things.
The small things we take for granted. If we could do that, then our pain wouldn't seem any less wondrous than our joy.
Okay, wait. That's a huge ask. To see wonder in, say, loss or heartbreak, how is that even possible?
I don't think it means pretending it doesn't hurt. It's not about minimizing it.
Right.
I think it's about recognizing its power. Joy transforms us, right? It makes us feel open and alive. The perspective says pain has that same transformative power. It just uses a much harder tool. It forces a kind of growth that comfort never, ever could.
So the meaning is baked into the experience itself.
It has to be. This statement is so clear. Life does not give pain without meaning.
And it comes from the same source. The same hand that gives joy also gives the pain.
Yes. And that reframes it completely. It's not an accident. It's a measured gift. Pain is described as the cup that life fills for you.
Even if you don't want to drink it.
Especially then. But it was filled for you with care. That idea of care, of intention, changes the whole dynamic.
And it gets rid of that feeling of being punished. We feel that so often, don't we? What did I do to deserve this?
Yes. But this says very clearly, it is not punishment. It is shaping.
Shaping. Okay, let's break that down.
Well, think about grain. A single kernel of wheat is just a kernel to become bread, something that sustains us.
It has to be ground.
It has to be ground into flour. That's a violent process for the grain.
Yeah.
Its form is destroyed, but it's absolutely necessary for it to realize its true purpose.
So the friction we feel, the grinding, that's what's needed to make us more capable, more sustaining.
Exactly. The heart has to be shaped to become deeper. You don't build depth when everything is easy. You just can't.
This all leads to what, for me, is the most difficult part of this whole idea, the part about accountability.
Yes. We have to be really careful here. The line is, much of your pain is self-chosen.
And my first reaction to that is, no. It sounds like you're blaming someone for their own suffering.
I know, and that's not the intent at all. It's not about choosing the external event, the trauma.
So what does self-chosen mean here?
It means the pain is actually a medicine, a bitter medicine that the physician within you uses to heal your sick self.
The sick self being? What are they? The part of us that doesn't want to grow.
The part that's clinging to the old shell. The part that's stagnant. So the pain is like a fever. Your own system is generating it to fight off an infection.
An infection of rigidity.
Exactly. So your deepest self, that inner physician, it recognizes the need for a cure and administers this really bitter medicine to force the healing.
So if we accept that this is medicine from a healer inside us,
yeah,
then what are we supposed to do?
We have to trust the healer.
Even when the medicine tastes awful.
Especially then. And that trust leads to some very clear instructions. First, do not rush away from the pain.
And second, do not drown it in noise.
And that second one is so hard today, isn't it?
It's everything. The moment we feel discomfort, we reach for a phone, for a screen, for anything to numb it.
We refuse the medicine. But if it's there to heal us, we have to let it do its work.
So the actual prescription is stillness.
Sit with it.
Listen to it.
Don't treat it like an alarm telling you to run. Treat it like an oracle telling you something true about yourself.
Because in that stillness,
that's when the pain can open, as it's put, the hidden doors of the soul. All the noise of our lives keeps those doors locked shut.
So once the work is done, once the shell is broken and the medicine has run its course, what's left behind?
It's not weakness. It's not scar tissue that limits you. No. The whole point of the process is that it leaves behind specific assets, real strengths.
And those are named for us. Clarity.
That's right.
And a heart that understands more than it did before.
It's a trade. You're trading temporary comfort for permanent depth.
So if we put it all together, we start as this limited self inside a shell.
Then pain arrives. It feels like destruction, but it's really a purposeful shaping.
Like grinding the grain.
Yes. And if you can sit with that process, if you can drink the bitter medicine, you come out the other side with this incredible clarity, this new strength.
So how does this change how we look at, just a stressful day at work tomorrow or a simple disappointment?
Well, it shifts the goal, doesn't it? The goal isn't to avoid all friction anymore. It's to receive it consciously.
To see it as shaping, not as an attack.
Right. And of course, we should always celebrate joy, always look for those daily miracles. But here's something to think about.
Okay.
The next time you feel that shadow, that inevitable moment of pain or difficulty, what would change if, instead of running, you just sat with it? If you really truly treated it like medicine, not an assault, what might you hear it telling you? That's something to mull over.